Ayun, magandang gabi mga kapatid. Ngayon nga, ilang oras na lang bago isara ang border ng Malaysia dahil nagdeklara ang kanilang Prime Minister na total lockdown. So, ibig sabihin nito, ang mga Malaysia na nagtatrabaho sa Singapore ay hindi maaaring makalabas simula mamayang alas 12 hanggang 2 linggo. Dahil doon, ang ating border ay kasalukuyan jam pack dahil sa gustong pumasok na mga Malaysia to Singapore. At dahil dyan, nagpanic buying ulit, version 2.0 ang mga tao sa Singapore dahil sa pagsasara ng border na inaakala nilang mawawala ng supply ng pagkain dito sa Singapore. Don't worry people, Singapore is well supplied. Maraming supply sa Singapore at hindi kailangan magpanic buying. Stay safe, wash your hands, wash your face, practice social distance, don't cough sa public places, at mag-suot surgical mask.
2 weeks, and what that has caused is that we've got reports of traffic jams towards the Woodlands checkpoint up until about 3 p.m. as everybody tried to go back into Malaysia, and of course now all of them are trying to come back into Singapore, and it's created an extremely bad congestion at the causeway. So bad, in fact, that cross-border buses 160 and 170, which are operated by SBS Transit, they said they have completely stopped services into Johor Bahru as of around 7:30 p.m. with immediate effect because of the heavy congestion and because the buses had to make their way back into Singapore before midnight. And what we're really describing here is that it's really been very disruptive to people's lives. It's not just those people who are working in Singapore, who are Malaysians working in Singapore. It's also Singaporeans who live in Malaysia. It's also, for example, Malaysian students who come to school in Singapore. Right now is the March school holidays in Singapore, so they may have gone home to Malaysia to spend time with their families, and now because of this lockdown, their parents have had to rush them back across the border so that they can attend school next week. It's also Singaporean national servicemen who have to commute every day to serve national service, and now they have to find a place to stay in Singapore for the next 2 weeks. So this entire situation, this entire lockdown has asked some 300,000 people who make this border crossing every day to choose which side of the border they want or have to be on for the next 2 weeks. And for some people, it's been quite upsetting. We've seen some people describe that their families have to be split apart for the foreseeable future, and some of the frustration also comes from the fact that they're not quite sure what exactly this lockdown means for them.
在新加坡20年生活了，第一次。
就是第一次怎么讲呢？就是
要跟家人分离了，为了生活。
你会觉得怎样呢？
现在生活很辛苦，不赚钱哪里有钱吃饭？
Whether the government of Malaysia allow the PR to continue to come here to work, I'm not sure. They say it's banned, right? I don't know what does that mean.
Graham, so it still seems like quite a fair bit of uncertainty there. How exactly are people coping? I mean, what have they been telling you?
Well, I think mostly people have been quite calm. There is, of course, a sense of urgency. Lots of people still flooding across the border right now. And largely, people have been telling me that their companies have made arrangements for them. In fact, I think after 6 p.m., those people trying to cross back into Malaysia, a lot of them were carrying laptop bags. And when I asked them, they said that they have work from home arrangements. So they will, work remotely from their homes in Malaysia. So there is some flexibility. I think that's giving people some sort of assurance, even amidst the uncertainty. I spoke to an F&B worker who said that his boss asked him to be prepared to be in Singapore for the next 3 to 6 months. So even though the Malaysian government has said that this will last till the end of the month, companies are already kind of being prepared that this might be extended. And when I asked, some people, how many weeks worth of clothing have you got in your luggage? They said, well, I've got 2 weeks. When I pressed them on how long they think they will actually be here for, they said, well, it could be 2 months, it could be 2 days. We really don't know.
Right. Many thanks for that update. Gwen Chiu there reporting.